Hi guys, we are going to look at ways to improve your writing through writer's craft, and that's adding some figurative language to your work. Now, I know we did a little bit of looking at using some sophisticated words before with the chart that had ways to start your sentences in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and some transitions. But now we are going to look at onomatopoeias, and I have a list of them there, but I thought this would be fun for you to see and check out what are some onomatopoeias we can use. An onomatopoeia is a word that is going to sound like the way it's spelt or spelt like the way it sounds, like meow or that kind of thing.
Crash, bash, boom, pow. What was that sound? Rumble, growl, slurp, smack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. On, nay, woof, meow. What was that sound? Slap, flick, swoosh, whack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. Their words imitate sounds. Listen, they are all around. Sniff, cough, chew, ow. What was that sound? Vroom, honk, screech, crack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
All right. So to help you out, also, I have a big list of them here. So if in the middle of your writing you're looking for some onomatopoeias, you could easily go back to this presentation, stay at this slide, and check it out. I think you will find there are quite a few words that might fit into your writing somehow. Okay. Idioms. We've been working with them all year. You can always go back and look at the ones that we've done, because on our beginning slides for, sorry, not at the right spot. On the very beginning slide, not just our idiom slide for this week, but the beginning slide here, you can go back to past weeks. So just a thought, if you want to see the ones that we've done so far. But of course, we have our friends. That can teach us more.
Hey, Moby. What's in the bag? Yikes! Dear Tim and Moby, what are idioms? Sincerely, Eric. An idiom is an expression whose meaning is completely different from what its words seem to say. Instead, it has a figurative meaning, an additional layer of understanding known only to those who are already familiar with the idiom. For example, to let the cat out of the bag is an idiom that really means to reveal a piece of information, often a secret. If you didn't know that figurative meaning, the words by themselves wouldn't make much sense at all. After all, who actually keeps cats in bags? And what do either have to do with secrets? All idioms share three common features. First, the intended meaning is totally unrelated to the literal meaning of the phrase. And you can't just substitute a word in the expression with a similar word. Like, you couldn't say, let the dog out of the bag and have it mean the same thing. Finally, you can't modify an idiom's words with adjectives and other words. You might get some funny looks if you say, let the yellow cat out of the large bag to mean, tell a secret. Well, a lot of idioms have really cool origins. Take shake a leg, which is another way to say hurry up. Some people think it's related to the expression show a leg, used by officers in the 18th century British Royal Navy to order sailors out of bed. Each sailor had to stick his leg out of his bunk to prove that he was awake. Yeah, just about every idiom is specific to a certain culture or language. You probably know what shake a leg means if you speak English, and definitely if you're an 18th century British sailor. But outsiders can get pretty confused. Most idioms lose their meaning when translated into other languages. Still, idioms are a useful tool because they help make writing more colorful. Well, you tell me, which is more interesting to read? Worthington had a big problem, or Worthington had a monkey on his back? Yeah, I guess monkeys do make everything more interesting. Anyway, there are literally thousands of idioms out there. William Shakespeare himself coined more than 2,000 English idioms that we still use today. Well, a cliché is an idea or expression that's been overused to the point where it's boring and corny. Home sweet home and have a nice day are two clichés you've probably seen and heard a lot. Obviously, you want to avoid using clichés in anything you write. Problem is, it's not always easy to tell the difference between a cliché and an idiom because they're both well-used expressions. And actually, idioms can become clichés if they get overused. Well, you know how back in the 1990s everyone started saying, "Show me the money"? It was used in a famous movie, and it became an idiom meaning basically, give me what I really want. Within a couple years, it was completely played out. You'd see it on bumper stickers, in ads, in other movies, on TV. You couldn't get away from it. So now, it's a cliché. Well, the term cliché can apply to more than just words. Objects, situations, even personality traits can become clichés as long as they keep popping up. Moby? That bucket's only for kicking.
Kick the bucket. All right, so that is our idiom lesson. There are more idioms listed on here. We have break a leg, I'm on cloud nine, zip your lips, let's go shake a leg, he has a green thumb, the food made my mouth water, let's hit the road, she is under the weather. And on the right side is all the meanings, okay? They have a hearts of gold, the cat got your tongue, I'm all ears. I think we said that one in school. Time flies, you're driving me up a wall. Cut it out, you're pulling my leg. Don't rain on my parade. Lend me a hand, he is a couch potato. Keep your shirt on, they have butterflies in their stomachs. So, those are just some of them. There are hundreds of them. But between the ones we've done together and these and some that are mentioned in the little movie we just watched, I think you're going to find a lot to use in your writing. So I want to take some kind of boring writing. We're just going to look at the first two paragraphs today. And I'm not saying it's really boring. It's just okay. It's not great. So this is Six Flags example. Six Flags rocks. It was a beautiful summer day in August as we enjoyed a day at Noah's Ark. The day at the Wisconsin Dells was so fun. We all laughed so hard when I was splashing around in the wave pool. As we soaked in the sun that glorious day, it became a memory I will never forget. The day was so awesome, I think we should take another day trip somewhere new. Our family should take a trip to Six Flags Great America near Chicago. My first reason is that we would get a lot of exercise walking around the park. The park is so spread out. It has 16 roller coasters and 4 water rides that we could explore. We have to walk around to get to the activities and walk through lines that are like a maze. There are so many sections to the park like Yukon Territory and the Hometown Square. Considering that, I'm sure we could get a lot of steps counted on our Fitbits. It's not bad so far, but let's see how we could improve those two paragraphs. So, with a little figurative language, as we come down to the line that says, "As we soaked in the sun that glorious day, it became a memory I would never forget. That day was so awesome that it knocked our socks off. So I think we should take another road trip somewhere new." That is an idiom. Okay. Then we added in some more. My first reason is that we could get a lot of exercise walking around the park. The park is so spread out. Whoosh, splash. It had 16 roller coasters and 4 water rides that we could explore. Onomatopoeia. Just a little bit goes a long way. And that was just adding in 2 of the pieces of figurative language, 1 in each of those paragraphs. See what you can do with your first 2 paragraphs with an idiom or onomatopoeia. Some of you did start your work with a onomatopoeia, but then put an idiom in that paragraph. Why not? I mean, we don't want to overdo it and have every sentence have these, but each paragraph should have 1 or 2. Can't hurt. All right, have fun, get started. Go right to your persuasive speech that you already have and look at those first 2 paragraphs. How can you spice it up a little bit with some figurative language with an idiom or onomatopoeia? Next week, we are going to be adding in 2 more types of work that I think you will find in figurative language will spice up your writing that much more. Good luck.